Last week, I undertook what was probably the most insane schedule ever. We had 3 highly demanding projects, each having gone through weeks and weeks of heavy pre-production, and due to the nature of how the projects had to be scheduled, we only had 1 week to get them all done. A week we internally nicknamed Red Week. When it comes to picking the right cinema camera, there are millions of things to consider. Frame rate, resolution, size, versatility. It's true, there is no perfect camera, but when it comes to picking the right tool for the job, it's important to grab one that's going to give you the greatest opportunity for success. For Red Week, we decided to go with the Red V-Raptor. The large format 8K VistaVision sensor was going to give us the resolution and dynamic range we would need in post in order to ensure that we got the shot. But probably the biggest reason is we needed a camera that was versatile enough to make it through all the different shooting scenarios we were gonna find ourselves in. Red Week was going to be one of the most demanding production schedules I had ever put this camera through. If the Raptor could hang, I was convinced that it would be able to produce some of the best images I've ever captured. The scope of day one was fairly simple in concept. Film a fairly short sequence of a Jeep off-roading in a national park. But after being on set for only a matter of minutes, it was clear that this shoot was going to be anything but easy. For the production, we were going to film with the Red V-Raptor rigged to another Jeep, stabilized with the Ronin 2 with additional support from the Tilta Max. And as we got the camera prepped and ready to shoot.
Heads up, on the radar we do have some clouds rolling in. I think we'll be fine, but we'll keep an eye on it.
Okay. We quickly moved our equipment into a safe place, and as we prepped the gear to be ready for when we got the clear to start filming, I thought it would be a great idea to send the Talon Jeep out and start letting it get familiar with the routes. This entire plan backfired. The Jeep was stuck, like stuck. The most challenging thing about the situation was that we hadn't even shot a single frame of video yet. Thanks to some quick thinking by a crew member, we were able to use the Jeep's winch along with some extremely skilled slow crawl driving to get the Jeep free. So yeah, the Jeep was free, but this didn't really solve our main issue. So much time had already been lost. The sun was moving, and we still had a full shot list of things we needed to get through. We quickly made our way back to base camp and prepped the gear to start filming immediately. With the help of the built-in Wi-Fi on the Raptor and the Red Control app, I was able to quickly dial in my camera settings on my phone and made it easier for me to try different shots while filming. Also, as we were pressed for time, the large format 8K sensor was able to allow me to get mostly wide shots and know that I had the flexibility in post in order to reframe or even create multiple shots out of a single take. The Raptor proved itself to be able to handle the fast-paced nature of this production. Between the dust, the heat, and the impending rain, ultimately we were able to get the shots, but as we wrapped, I knew that this production was only going to be fractionally as demanding as production 2 would be. Where the first project was a tad bit simpler, this next project was going to be anything but. For starters, we were filming on a cyc wall, dealing with fire, fresh food, a larger crew, and at the center of the project was the Bolt high-speed precision Cinebot. I had never directed a set that had more technical demands before. I like to dream big, but this might have been pushing it a little too close to the sun. My vision was to have food soaring through the air elegantly while at the same time colliding into each other while having fire roaring in the background, all in beautiful slow motion. We lit our scene with some aperture lights, cooked up some chicken strips, set up our camera, and started filming to try to pull off this insane vision. The only thing that made this vision even possible was the fact that the Red V-Raptor has so many frame rate options. In 8K RAW, you can shoot at up to 120 frames per second, and in 6K, you can shoot at up to 160 frames per second. This means you can get complex speed ramps, but when paired with the superb resolution, you can just get shots that before I could only dream of. The shot list called for throwing all of the ingredients into the air with precision timing. Getting this shot proved to be way more challenging than expected. take after take after take, the camera had to perform. You would think that burning through this many takes would come at a massive cost due to memory, but the Raptor takes CF Express Type B cards, which are reliable and affordable in many capacity options. With a production like this, it can be very easy to miss all the little things that made everything run so smooth. Whether that was the RF mount that gave us the versatility to choose the right lens setup, which in this case we used RF and PL lenses, or the fact that because of the robust build quality and design, rigging the camera to the bolt was easy. 2 projects in and the Raptor was proving to be the right choice. But now it was time for the ultimate test, a production with more demands, more challenges, and more at stake than any other project I had ever taken the Raptor out to. If you want to see what a camera is made out of, take it to shoot a festival. Where most jobs you shoot, you have the luxury of asking for a second or even more takes. This is not the case when it comes to shooting a festival. Everything is happening in real time and it's happening quick. FloatFest is a 2-day festival, and with this being the first one back in over 3 years, expectations were at an all-time high. For the festival, I decided to configure the Raptor into a handheld setup. This included the outrigger handle, DSM-C3 Red touch monitor, and the DZO Kata zoom lenses. Because of the fast-paced nature of the festival, I was going to need to move quick and have the versatility to get a variety of shots without drastically changing my setup. I can't tell you how many times I was reaching over to my side controls on the Raptor after customizing my user screen to quickly toggle different settings on and off, allowing me to make those rapid changes to get the shots. However, having a great setup is only going to solve one of the issues. The other was never missing a shot. At a festival, it's hard to know when things like the cryo and the flames are going to go off, and missing these shots are not an option as they are the highlights of the show. So apart from just like always rolling, I needed a way to guarantee I would get the shots. That's where pre-roll became clutch. This feature alone allowed me to ensure that I would never miss a single high energy moment. You pair that with the 17 stops of dynamic range, although filming in what basically felt like complete darkness, the Raptor was able to produce some of the cleanest shadows I've ever seen while simultaneously preserving the highlights in the flames. Shooting for high profile talents such as Marshmello, Chance, and many others, although crazy exciting, comes with the highest level of stress not to mess it up. Because in many cases, you only get one shot to get the shot. Red Week was crazy to say the least. Throughout all the ups and downs, headaches and triumphs, I learned so much as I do on every job. But after this long and crazy week, it was time to go back and look at the shots. Sitting at my desk, I couldn't be more proud of the work my teams and I were able to produce. I don't know if it's like this for all filmmakers, but when you finish your shoot and you can look back at the frames that you captured, it makes all the sacrifice and long hours worth it. Working with the Red V-Raptor is always a dream. I've said it before, but the shots I get from it are just simply unmatched. When you have shoots that are once in a lifetime opportunities, you want to take a camera that will be able to withstand the demands and produce the best images possible, while simultaneously giving you the most versatility in how you capture those images. Thanks to features like time-lapse, ProRes, and even the XLR adapters, you really can take this camera anywhere to film anything and have the faith that the Raptor won't let you down. I want to give a huge shout out and a massive thank you to everyone who helped make this video possible. It really does take a team when it comes to filmmaking, and I couldn't have done this video by myself. Be sure to check out the links down below in the description for all the amazing creators that helped make this video possible, along with all the gear we used to bring this project together. But thank you guys for checking out this video, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.